Welcome to Adhikary Education and assamexam.com. Most of you must be just not 100% sure about your result in Apsc Prelim due to such a different level of questions that has been asked this year. Though we have released the expected cutoff video. If you have not seen it, you can go to our YouTube channel and you can see this video. While we all are waiting for the Apsc Prelim result, the only thing we can do about it is start preparing for the future, which is Apsc Mains examination. Success is where preparation and opportunity meets, said by Bobby UNSER. You know who is he? Neither do we. Please Google it for us. Today we are going to discuss and analyze the questions that were asked in GS paper 1 of Apsc Mains 2020 examination. By now you must be very well aware that the Apsc Mains GS paper 1 covers Indian history, geography of India and world, heritage, culture and society. So those topics are covered in this GS paper 1. So what are the questions asked in GS paper 1 of 2020? First question was, highlight the major themes of the prehistoric paintings of India, which was we are supposed to answer in 150 words, which is 10 marks. So this question is related to paintings of India. So many types of paintings are there, not only painting, different types of arts are also there. Those things were asked. This year also those topics can be asked. These topics are very important in APSC and also in UPSC mains examination. Next question was, write a note on the origin, evolution and salient features of the Satriya dance. So this is the dance form, famous dance form from Assam. Along with that, we should know other folk dances from Assam also. And this is also a classical dance of India. What are the other classical dances of India? Those dances also we should know, some basic idea we should have. At least if any question comes, even if it is 10 marks, at least we should be able to write one page on all the classical dances of India. Next question was, explain briefly the social, economic and cultural background of the emergence of Indian nationalism in the 19th century. Indian nationalism is the feeling of Indian nationalism. Everyone should feel that we all are Indian. That is the feeling that has developed in 19th century. So that has created the base for India's freedom struggle. Next question, highlight the underlying geographical factor that influences the distribution of India's population. Not only in India, any country that is large country, it will not have even distribution of population. Always it will be uneven. In some area, density of the population will be very high. In some area, density of population will be less. Like in India, if you go to Delhi or any metro city or big cities, population will be very high. Like density of the population will be very high. Whereas if you go to Arunachal Pradesh or some remote places or so many northeast place, density of the population will be very less. So it is not that only economic factors and economic opportunities are the determinant. Some geographical factors are also responsible for this distribution of population. So it is about physical geography. These topics actually comes in physical geography. Next question, assess the role of Government of India in biodiversity protection. So this is a topic from environment, biodiversity protection and ecosystem ecology, all those topics. Government is promulgating so many acts and legislation regularly to protect the biodiversity and environment. So we should have a very good idea about those topics. Definitely question will come from these topics. Next question, explain the significance of the Charter Act of 1833. This is from British period of India. British government, when they were ruling India, has promulgated so many important acts. So those are the acts which has formed, gradually they have formed the governance system in India. It is not that outrightly India has created the full governance system after the independence. Though we have written a constitution after the independence, but in the Constitution of India also, most of the themes, the main objectives were taken from those important acts which were started to be formulated from the British period itself. So we should definitely know all the important British acts, all the important acts that British government of India has promulgated. Next question, highlight the idea of nationalism of Gandhi and Tagore in the context of India's freedom struggle. So, two important personality of India's freedom struggle, Gandhi and Tagore, what are their idea about nationalism? Then you can have what are like ideas of Nehru, then Subhash Chandra Bose, B.R. Ambedkar. So all the famous personality, what they were thinking about the idea of nationalism. So those topics also becomes important. Gandhi is evergreen, he is always important in any of the examination. Next question, write a note on the feminization of labor in India. This is about how the society is changing, how females are also getting engaged, more and more getting engaged in economic activities in India. Next question, discuss the significance of India's demographic dividend in her economic development. So, what is the significance of demographic dividend in India's economic development? How this demographic dividend scenario can contribute to the economic development of India? Demographic dividend means more population, more people are coming to the working age group. Now, less children will be there, and less percentage of population will be children, and lesser population will be in the like senior people. Most of the portion of the population will be in working group. Those people, all those people will like contribute to the economic activities. So automatically it will also help in economic development of the country. Next question, illustrate with suitable examples how syncretism becomes a part of India's architecture during the medieval period. Main difficulty in this question is this term syncretism. They should have used some easier term so that student can understand the question, then only they can answer. Question they are asking, how this amalgamation of different types of architecture has developed in medieval period. But instead of amalgamation or mixing of different art form, different architecture form, they have used this word syncretism. So many of the aspirant definitely will not understand this word itself. How they will answer the question. So it is about India's architecture, how India's architecture has developed. So we should have a fair idea of India's architecture, how it was from the ancient period itself. Next question, give a critical account of economic impact of partition of India on Assam. So it is asking about what was the economic impact of partition of India. Politically India was divided, but what was the economic impact of partition of Assam, specifically on Assam, partition of India, sorry, specifically on Assam. How this partition has economically impacted Assam. Maybe so many fertilized land went to Bangladesh, that is East Pakistan on those days. Then so many skilled people also might have migrated from India to East Pakistan, East Pakistan, now Bangladesh. So like this has happened. So economically also it will have impact, not only politically. Next question. Natural resource rich belts in India are not always one with the highest level of economic development. Explain. Rationally, any area where natural resources are more, they should be more developed. But it is not the case. If you see, most of the natural resources are available in Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Bihar, those areas, Chota Nagpur Plateau, those areas. But if you see in comparatively, those are the areas, these are the states which are comparatively lesser developed as compared to Goa, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, all those other developed states. So what is the reason why it is like this? You have to explain it. Most of the time, companies or organization from outside the state or from outside the country will come to those region, and they will extract the natural resource. So and then they will send it, export it to somewhere else, not maybe in India or outside India. They will export it, they will process it, they will make some goods, then they will sell. Even Assam also has various resources like oil, coal, and so many other resources. But Assam is not among one of the most developed states in India. They get some royalty, but which is very minute. Other than that, most of the economic benefits are being processed through some organization who are doing the process of extraction of these minerals. Next question, what are extreme precipitation events and what are their effects? Why are such events occurring more frequently in recent time? It is about climate change, global warming, climate change. So nowadays you will see suddenly more precipitation, more rainfall in some geographical area, some located geographical area. It is not evenly distributed. Some part of the year there will be totally dry. Suddenly in some 1 or 2 months there will be heavy pouring of rain, and thus it will affect flood and all those calamities it will cause. Why these are occurring? We have to explain. Next question, do you agree with the view that interlinking of river can address water issue in India? So this question is related to interlinking of river, which was very much a topic of discussion and thought during the Prime Ministership of Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Now, not much work has been done in this aspect, in this area, because so many various challenges are there. It is about how India or the world can tackle the activities, tackle the events which are being caused due to global warming and climate change. So we should have a very good idea. Normally these topics are now hot topics and it will continue to be a hot topic for so many years, because these are the actual real problems that India or the world is facing. Next question, examine the challenges faced by the bell metal industry in Assam. So it is about economic activities, economic industries in Assam. What are the challenges? What are the prospects? We should know. First, we should know what are the economic activities. Like primarily, what are the major economic activities or industry available in Assam? Then, what are their prospects? How they can grow? What are their challenges? What they are facing? What government should do so that Assam's economic activity will improve. We should have a very good and very clear idea about those things. Not only in APSc mains examination, even in interview also they may ask those questions. And if you have studied economics, if you are from economics background, definitely this is a given question for you, at least in interview. Next question. Discuss the challenges in the process of integration of the princely states with India after independence and evaluate the role of Sardar Patel. So, what are the challenges India faced after the independence of India? India got independence in 1947, but that's India, today's India, totally different. So many states were added to India after the independence, and India was very much fragmented during the time. How India's government and the administration has consolidated the whole, whole country into a one nation. So these are the things that this question is asking. Highlight the factors that lead to the rise of regionalism in Indian polity. Critically examine the role of strengthening India's federalism. So in India, you can see so many regional parties are emerging in different parts of India. What are the factors why these regional parties are emerging? More and more regional parties are emerging nowadays. What are the factors that is leading to this phenomenon? Then critically examine its role in strengthening the India's federation. How they are contributing to strengthen India's federalism. This question is from contemporary politics. What is going on in India's politics now? How India's politics is changing? How different region will continue to be a one nation in India? And why so many separate places now also? Sometimes suddenly demands will come for separate countries. Like recently, this Khalistan issue is going on in. Next question, smart cities in India cannot sustain without smart villages. Discuss. You might have heard about this smart cities. Government is promoting, like this concept is there since so many years. Government is trying to develop all the cities smart. Smart means sustainable, so that they should not grow unsustainably and they can continue to grow for a large number of years. So what the question is asking, it cannot be sustained without smart villages. So not only the cities should be smart and sustainable, even our villages also should be smart and sustainable, so that villages can grow and prosper, because villages are the areas which actually feeds the cities. Villages only produce the crops, produce the cereals, rice, wheat, and which are being consumed by the cities. So villages are must. It is simply saying this question is how villages should also be developed sustainably along with the cities, because along with the smart city project we should also know so many other infrastructure projects or pet projects of government of India or government of Assam, like Bharatmala project, Assam Mala project. Those topics are like those infrastructure projects. Then dedicated freight corridor for railway, which will be used only for communication of the goods, transportation of the goods. So those important important infrastructure projects which government is undertaking, you should have a very good idea. Questions can come from those areas. Now because now government is spending a lot of money and emphasizing more and more on infrastructure development. You can just see in Assam or in northeast states also recently how much like infrastructure has been developed. Next question. The Neo-Vaishnavite movement played most significant role in laying the foundation of a broader society in Brahmaputra Valley. Neo-Vaishnavite movement is the movement which has been initiated by Shankardeva. So, most of we know how Shankardeva's movement has changed the full society of the Brahmaputra. So, this question is about society, social life of Assam. How social life has developed in Assam. Assam has different types of ethnic groups, different communities. How the society has developed. That's all in this video. Other GS paper will be discussed in the subsequent videos. If you find this video informative, please like this video and share it with your friends. To continue to get similar useful videos, please subscribe to our channel Adhikary Education. Thank you. Till next time. Bye bye and take care.